Okay, so here is a question I've seen quite a few times on warbands. People were asking about assigning roles to warband. It's just too much work, so a lot of people don't even bother assigning roles. What roles am I talking about? Let's take a look at your warband, and you will see there's a room management. Each person can be assigned a role. Infirmary, study, armory. A lot of people don't even bother doing this. They're in the past using warbands just for a raid, then they kick people out and random people join it next week. But now you have benefits to actually having perma warbands or assigning those roles to your warbands. Let's take a look at this one, infirmary. Infirmary has by default resurrect allies 15% faster. So if you're thinking it's wasting time, someone goes down, they're coming up 15% faster. But we have an additional thing on this. Heals allies for 5% of their life when you resurrect them. So they don't just come back with nothing and instantly die again. Let's take a look at another one, like the Protector. Taunt duration increased by 4%. So gain a shield, which absorbs 6% of your total life. These things are actually good. How about Attacker? Critical hits increase your attack speed. That's the default, the normal one you get. And these other things, attack speed increased by 1%. All of this, where do we get these things? Increases all damage dealt by 6%, but also increases damage taken by 3%. Where do we get these things? Well, the way you get those is by going into Purge the Depths. That's the dungeon inside the new warband. We looked at that previously. But here's the catch. This is a dynamic dungeon. You can run it with 2 people. You can run it with 8 people. I've even ran it solo with 1 person. There's a catch to it though. The more people you run it with, the more mobs you get. And the more mobs you get, I believe there's a better chance of getting drops. So what's important about getting drops in there? Aren't we just rushing the boss at the end? No. You should literally clear the entire thing out, all 4 corners. Make sure there's nothing left standing. And I'm going to show you why. Let's go back to your warband. And when we go to this room management, we are collecting remnants when we're inside this Purge the Depths. There's a catch to remnants though. Each run you make, you will have the remnants from that run in one group. Now I'm going to show you what happened when I ran it solo and just zerged the boss. I got 2 remnants. Maybe a little bit more sometimes. But there's 8 members in your group. We won't have enough to cover every member. So you might think, okay, well let's just take 1 from this run and take another from another one. It doesn't work that way. You can only use and apply the bonuses from 1 run to your entire warband. So if you ran a run and you only have 2 drops, you got 8 people and you have to share 2 buffs with. It doesn't work. So you literally have to clear everything out. No, the warband leader can actually delete these. It only has 2 or 3 in it. Those are never going to be used. So if you ran solo and found like the best drop in the world, it's not going to do any good because nobody else is getting any help from that. So you're going to run with your entire warband and get a full stack of these remnants. So every member of your warband can actually get a buff. And then you would apply this entire row to your warband. Whatever's there is what you get. There's no way to change it. There's no way to move it. So if I wanted to go with this one, we have 6 buffs spread across 8 people. And it's really 4 groups of 2. But yeah, that's just what I was saying. Clear every single inch. If you find the green drop, don't rush to the boss. Finish clearing that area so you can have a full stack. And then all of your warband members will have the buffs that you want. So I see with my warband, we're going to have to run we're going to have to run quite a few times before we get a fully stacked remnant set. Now 17 of 20, we don't worry about running out of space. Once again, we're just going to delete some of these other ones, and when you find a really good set, you could lock it in place. the warband leader can lock that in place, so it won't accidentally get deleted. And you might have one set that's really good for PvP. You might have another set that you use every day for your farming. Alright, so that's it. That's the basic run on your remnants and your warband rooms and roles. Till next time.